All right, next story. The Michigan MDA has unleashed threats against moms who helped distribute fresh farm food. Yeah, following in the footsteps of California, which conducted armed raids on rawsome foods, the state of Michigan, or Minnesota in this case, sorry, so many states engaged in tyranny. I'm starting to mix them all up. The state of Minnesota has now threatened 10 mothers with scary sounding letters that say criminal charges can be brought against them for allowing their homes to be used as drop-off points so that their neighbors can pick up free food as well. Not free food, I'm sorry, fresh food from local farms. So you get it? The farms sell food to people, but they don't have a retail store in the middle of the city, so they bring a truckload of food down to like a neighbor, and they unload it there, and then all the moms in the neighborhood come pick up the food and take it home. It's fresh from the farm. What's wrong with that? Well, I guess if you're the Obama administration and you want to destroy America, this is the great way to start doing it. Have sort of like a fascist/communist takeover of the American farming system, destroy the farms, destroy the food, and then you control the people. Remember, food can be used as a weapon by the globalists, and this attack on the farms is one way for them to accomplish that. Let me give a shout out, actually a call to action item for those who are in Minnesota to join the Monday morning rally at 7 a.m. on the footsteps of the Capitol in Minneapolis, Minnesota. There is a rally there, begins at 7 a.m. Going to be lots of people engaged in farm freedom, food freedom, peaceful protest. Don't make it violent. Keep it peaceful. We are protesting these insane, tyrannical laws and enforcement actions by the state of Minnesota against innocent moms and innocent farmers who are doing nothing more than creating real food, fresh food, and making it available to the people. These attacks on farmers are entirely un-American. This is a violation of everything that we believe in here in America. And finally tonight, we have a big breaking story on where does your investment money go? State Street Mutual Fund, turns out, is invested in many of the largest corporations that we might consider to be globalist corporations engaged in the development and the selling of products of questionable safety. And this is some original research I did over at Natural News. We haven't even published an article on this yet, but I wanted to break this news here on InfoWars Nightly News. Where is your money going in your investment funds? Look at your own investment portfolio. Look at your own retirement funds. Check your employer's information. Find out, is your money invested in State Street? If so, then your money is going to support all of the following companies: Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer. These are the pharmaceutical and vaccine manufacturers. And beyond Pfizer, then we have weapons and military companies like General Electric, Lockheed Martin, which of course engage in lots of weapons manufacturing and all kinds of war-supporting technology. And then Honeywell, in addition. GE, by the way, of course, was involved in Fukushima, the construction of the Fukushima power plant. In the banking industry, State Street is heavily invested in JP Morgan Chase. What a lovely, sort of reminds me of a nice uncle. My uncle's JP Morgan Chase. Very nice uncle, cares about the economy, don't they? Wells Fargo is also on the list. Bank of America, Citigroup, and Morgan Stanley all are just the most loving financial institutions that care about America's economy. That's what I say. Yeah, we should give them more money. I think. Let's just give them all our money. Why not? They already control the money supply anyway. In the oil and energy sector, State Street is invested in Exxon. There's another loving company. Chevron. They did some great work down in Ecuador. Yeah, poisoning the rainforest down there. And of course, ConocoPhillips. Can't let ConocoPhillips off the hook here. These are all where your money is going if you're invested in State Street. In the surveillance and spying technology companies, State Street is also heavily invested in these tech giants. Apple. Yes, Apple, the very company that the city of Austin just gave millions of dollars to. Microsoft and Google as well, some of our very favorite info gathering companies. State Street's also invested in consumer product companies Procter & Gamble, which, as we revealed in previous reports, has members on its board that have ties to weapons manufacturers and military companies. Also, Philip Morris and Walmart. Yeah, this is like a who's who of the very finest and brightest corporate leaders in our world today. And in the processed food category, State Street is invested in Coca-Cola and PepsiCo. Oh yeah, so if you want to support the global corporate fascist takeover of the world, put more money into State Street. They'll take good care of it for you, making profits for you by selling more pharmaceuticals and weapons and chemicals and processed food. And wasn't Pepsi even involved in using fetal cells in the development of its PepsiCo flavoring products? Yeah, hey, you like baby parts in your soda R&D projects? You like vaccines? You like weapons? You like big global banks? Put more money in State Street. Think they'll run this as a free advertising spot for them, like State Street promo. Or if you want to combat that, if you want to have victory against the globalists, sell all holdings in State Street. Now, this is what it comes down to. You all have a choice, my friends. This is really what it is. A lot of you, in your hearts, you're against the globalist agenda. You believe in freedom. You believe in liberty. You're on board with what we talk about here at Natural News and InfoWars. But guess what? If you look in your portfolio, unfortunately, you may have inadvertently given money to all these companies because you're invested in State Street. So take a look at that very carefully. Don't support the globalist agenda. Take your money out of that mutual fund, and you will help create a better world for all of us. And coming up right after the break, just a really incredible interview with Anthony Gucciardi from naturalsociety.com, who's got breaking news and some secret documents that are being shown here for the first time, right here on InfoWars Nightly News. Before we get to that, let me read you today's daily quote. This is from Thomas Jefferson. Enlighten the people generally, and tyranny and oppressions of body and mind will vanish like evil spirits at the dawn of day. Very well said, Mr. Jefferson, one of our greatest heroes and someone whose wisdom should remain part of our culture, but it seems to have been disappearing across the mainstream minds for some reason. Let's get it back into their minds by spreading the word about Jefferson and all of those who fight for liberty and justice in America. We'll be right back after this break with the interview with Anthony Gucciardi. Stay with us.
Have you been to InfoWarsShop.com lately? Express your inner patriot with these brand new InfoWars t-shirts. Say it loud with the InfoWars Bullhorn shirt, or educate the sheeple with the Bill of Rights shirt. Grope the public's mind with the TSA shirt. And with this shirt, you can let the dark side know of the Rebel Alliance's power. All available at InfoWarsShop.com.
Sick of the globalist eugenicist control freaks adding poison to your water and laughing as you get sick and die? Start purifying your water with ProPure. My friends, I've done a lot of research, and the best gravity filter out there, bar none, is ProPure, and it's available discounted at Infowars.com. Its filters are silver impregnated to prevent bacterial growth. There's no priming required. It's NSF 42 certified. Optional fluoride filters can reduce fluoride up to 95%. Easy to set up and use. Doesn't require electricity. Purify water from lakes, streams, ponds, and wells. This filter system leaves in beneficial minerals, which is key. Save money by not buying bottled water and avoid BPA that leaches from the plastic. ProPure is the best gravity-fed filter out there. It's what my family uses. Infowars.com already has the lowest price on ProPure. But if you add the promo code WATER at checkout, you get an additional 10% off at Infowars.com. You can also call to order 888-253-3139.